Happy holidays, everyone. First of all, I'd like to apologize for my normal sensual voice. I have a sinus infection, so you're going to have to deal with this. I got a lathe this year, and it's been a lot of fun. And I constantly have a lot of scrap pieces around, so I thought I would make my lady a sweet little Christmas ornament. We celebrate Christmas here. Maybe you don't. That's okay with me. Whatever you want to do is cool. It's your choices in life, you know? Anyway, no one cares what I have to say. But here we go. So I just have this little piece of walnut sitting around in the scrap bin. I thought I would just do some experimentation. I also tried some new lathe tools. These like carbide bit interchangeables. They're fine. What I'm showing there is a little technique to see if you're actually round. So you set the tool up on the piece, and if it bounces, you're not actually round. And if it's smooth across, and then you're in a round state. I had really no sort of plan for this. I just was kind of making it up as I go along, trying to have some fun. Because fun is important to some people. I was really kind of shooting for those like dangly style Christmas ornaments. I don't really know what they're actually called, so we're just going to call it the dangler. It dangles. I wanted something sort of dainty and pretty, kind of like my lady. I ended up with something sort of long and chunky like myself. So, you know, life finds a way. I was presented with a lot of different problems and really learning how to do this. So you can kind of see what the progress I've made so far is. And again, I'm still so far from feeling like completely comfortable with the lathe. But every time I do it, I think it's just something you learn a little bit more, and you learn to problem solve, which is really what all this is about for me. So using some Danish oil for the finish, and you can kind of see what it turned out like. It's cool. Listen, this is a little afternoon project, but you can see I ended up with that little kind of hanging doodad there, so I thought I would take it down with a chisel and then finish everything up with some sanding, because what's a project if you don't sand? I have used this Craftsman lathe, whatever, vise so much for so many different projects. I think it's like my most used tool at this point. So all the restorations are worth it, but here's where things get really interesting. So I wasn't totally sure how to hang it from the tree, so I thought I would, put a little an eye bolt in it. And as has been well documented, my hands kind of shake, and you will see how wonderful life is for me with the shaky hands. So I thought I got it started here, and then what happens is that I dropped it on the ground, and I looked for a really long time. Have a little magnet that I pick stuff up with. Couldn't even find it with that. So then, plan B, drill a hole and use some jute. And I thought that looked fine, but not as refined. So I'm just making this up as I go along now. So then I thought I'd do a little wrap around the top. And, actually, I think this turned out better looking than my original plan with the little eye bolt. So just using scraps around and what I already had, I feel like the experimentation was worth it. Every project for me is a time to learn something new. Some of what I learned here was when you're frustrated, make sure to actually change the camera positioning. Anyway, so happy holidays and all of that to you.